Ellie and the Invisible Line. On the bright green plains of Sunny Meadow, there lived a young elephant named Ellie. Ellie had big ears, a long swishy trunk, and very big feelings. Ellie loved playing with her friends, the monkeys, the zebras, and the little birds. They played tag. They splashed in the watering hole. They told silly stories under the tallest tree. But one afternoon, something small happened. That felt very big. Ellie was building a sand hill by the watering hole. She worked very hard on it, packing it, patting it, making it tall and smooth. Then Zuri the zebra came running by during a game of chase. Whoosh! Crash! The sand hill fell apart. Ellie froze. She stared at the pile of sand. "You've ruined it," she said quietly. "I'm sorry." Zuri said, "I didn't see it." But Ellie was already upset. Her cheeks felt hot. Her chest felt tight. Without saying another word, Ellie used her trunk to draw a long line in the dirt. "There," she said. "No one crosses this line." Her friends blinked. "What line?" asked one of the monkeys. "This line," Ellie said. "If you cross it, you can't play with me anymore." Her friends looked confused, but they didn't want to make her more upset, so they stepped back. Ellie stood on one side. Her friends stood on the other. The invisible line had been drawn. The next morning, Ellie stood by her line again. Her friends were playing nearby. They laughed. They ran. They splashed in the water. Ellie wanted to join them. But the line was still there, and she had made a rule. "I said no crossing," she reminded herself. So she stayed on her side. By lunchtime, Ellie felt something strange. She wasn't just upset anymore, she was lonely. She saw her friends working together to reach mangoes from a tall tree. One monkey climbed up. Zuri held the basket. The birds guided them from above. They were having fun. Ellie looked down at her line. It didn't look very big anymore, but it felt big. Later that afternoon, Ellie went walking alone. She didn't notice that the grass near the watering hole had turned muddy after the rain. Squish. Squish. Before she knew it, her big feet were stuck deep in the mud. She pulled one leg. It wouldn't move. She pulled another, still stuck. Ellie tried to stay calm. "I can do this," she told herself. She pulled harder. But the more she pulled, the deeper she sank. Now Ellie felt something else. Scared. She looked toward her friends. They were just beyond the invisible line. She could call for help, but she had made the rule. No crossing. Ellie swallowed. Her voice felt small. Zuri, she called softly. Her friends turned. Ellie hesitated. Then she took a deep breath. "I need help." Without even thinking, Zuri galloped over. The monkeys rushed behind her. The birds flew above. They crossed the invisible line without stopping. Together they pushed. They pulled. They used vines and teamwork and encouraging words. "On three," said Zuri. "1, 2, 3, with one big squelchy sound. Pop!" Ellie's feet came free. She stepped onto solid ground, safe. Her heart thumped fast. But this time, it wasn't from anger. It was from relief. Ellie looked down at the ground. The invisible line had disappeared in the mud. Her friend stood beside her, smiling. "You crossed the line," Ellie said quietly. Zuri tilted her head. "What line?" Ellie looked around. There was no line anymore, just grass and mud and her friends. Ellie's big ears drooped. "I made that line because I was upset," she said. "I didn't want anyone near me." Zuri nodded gently. "We know." Ellie shuffled her feet. "I thought it would make me feel better, but it only made me feel alone." The monkeys climbed onto her back again. One bird landed softly on her head. "We're your friends," Zuri said. "Sometimes we make mistakes, but we don't stop caring." Ellie felt her chest loosen. She lifted her trunk and smiled. "I'm sorry I drew the line." Zuri grinned. "It's okay." Ellie used her big foot to smooth out the muddy ground. "No more invisible lines," she declared. Her friends cheered. That evening, as the sun turned the sky orange and pink, Ellie thought about what she had learned. Lines can be easy to draw, but they can be hard to live behind. And sometimes the people we push away are the very ones who help us stand tall again. From that day on, whenever Ellie felt upset, she didn't draw a line. She used her words instead. And Sunny Meadow felt brighter than ever.